The Kettle Run Senior Capstone class is on the right track for change. Teaming up with the Warrenton Rotary Club and students from many other organizations throughout Kettle Run, such as National Honor Society, an architecture class, the Young Citizens, and a newly resurrected Interact Club, are combining their efforts to clean up planned outdoor spaces through Capstone's Legacy Project. The Legacy Project is a required portion of the Capstone class curriculum. Its purpose is to make a lasting and needed change in the school community. The class has portrayed the need for outdoor learning spaces, which have led to the current renovation of the courtyards, as well as adding indoor study areas in Kettle Run. The plan for this project has grown and developed, with portions being completed over the next few months, as well as over the next 2 years. To ensure that the plan is completed, Capstone has partnered with other classes, as well as the reinstituted Interact Club. The Interact Club will keep leading the way for the project so that it will be an ongoing effort. The goal of the project is to remove overall attitude and culture of education at Kettle Run, what the students needed for quite some time. Cooperating with the Warrenton Rotary for leadership, guidance, and support in the service project, the students of Capstone and Interact are accomplishing well beyond what they first expected. Also called a capstone experience, culminating project, or senior exhibition, among many other terms, a capstone project is a multifaceted assignment that serves as a culminating academic and intellectual experience for students, typically during their final year of high school or middle school, or at the end of an academic program or learning pathway experience. While similar in some ways to a college thesis, capstone projects may take a wide variety of forms, but most are long-term investigative projects that culminate in a final product, presentation, or performance. For example, students may be asked to select a topic, profession, or social problem that interests them, conduct research on the subject, maintain a portfolio of findings or results, create a final product demonstrating their learning acquisition or conclusions, a paper, short film, or multimedia presentation, for example, and give an oral presentation on the project to a panel of teachers, experts, and community members who collectively evaluate this quality. Capstone projects are generally designed to encourage students to think critically, solve challenging problems, and develop skills such as oral communication, public speaking, research skills, media literacy, teamwork, planning, self-sufficiency, or goal setting, i.e. skills that will help prepare them for college, modern careers, and adult life. In most cases, the projects are also interdisciplinary, in the sense that they require students to apply skills or investigative issues across many different subject areas or domains of knowledge. Capstone projects also tend to encourage students to connect their projects to community issues or problems, and to integrate outside of school learning experiences, including activities such as interviews, scientific observations, or even internships. When I signed up for the class, I really didn't know what to expect. It was just an elective that I decided to choose to fill a class that I had space for, so I went ahead and signed up for it. And I was quite surprised on what I was able to obtain from Senior Capstone. I obtained speaking skills, presentation skills, networking with other clubs and organizations throughout Kettle Run and throughout the community as well. One of our big helpers throughout the year has been the Warrenton Rotary Club. They have been by our side since the very beginning, and we're truly grateful for what they've done. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about why we came up with this project as a class. We were sitting one day and we were talking about all these different types of projects that we could do to improve the student life at Kettle Run. We once thought about having an access road so that there'd be easier traffic flow in and out of Kettle Run, but that didn't work because of permits and all that stuff. But we did come up with renovating indoor and outdoor learning spaces for the students of Kettle Run. Okay, so this picture was generously depicted by the architecture class here at Kettle Run. So we gave them some designs and they brought it to life here on this paper. Now over to the left you can see that there's a pergola, and underneath of that pergola is a semicircular structure. Now that semicircular structure, we plan to have some padded seating on it so that people will be able to sit and enjoy their lunch outside in a nice comfy area in the shade. And over to the right, you can see that there's a stage area with a walkway and covered by a blue tent. This could be used for music events, Shakespeare in the Park, and anything really to get the community together. We were also considering to use it for fundraisers as well. Okay, everyone's favorite portion of a project is work, obviously. But there was a lot to go into planting and planning the plans for the indoor and outdoor spaces that we plan to implement. It was so taxing that we had to actually take some days during class time and go out in the courtyard and start planting and ripping up old plants that were there for years that have been neglected and pretty much dead. So, but thanks to the help of National Honor Society and the Young Citizens Club, we were able to get our stuff done in a timely manner. Now, we were kind of in a pickle. We ripped out all of the dead plants that were in the courtyard, and the courtyard was kind of left bare. It's like a little desert out there. But thanks to the help of local partners such as Home Depot and Walmart, and even Fauquier High School from their plant drive, has generously donated or given us plants at a reduced price so that we would be able to plant them as soon as possible, soon after this frost hits in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so in the video you saw indentations underneath the stairwells. Now these indentations will be used for hangouts spots for travel students and students who got dropped off in the morning, or anyone who's willing to relax. In those spaces there will be TVs, hopefully, and a couple of couches so that kids can lounge in the morning or by the discretion of their teacher. Also, when Helena walked upstairs, there was an indentation near the library window. Now that would be more of like a cafe Starbucks feel with tall tables and chairs so that people will be able to look down into the library and having more of a commuter feel. Also, the indentations in the hallways, the two indentations in the hallways on the upper level and the lower level will be used for collaboration spaces, so that students will be able to make projects or study, I don't know, whatever they would like to use those spaces for during class or after school, before school. All of these spaces are for students, so they can have a different outlook on learning spaces, not just in the traditional classroom. In all honesty, I signed up for this class not knowing what to expect. I most definitely didn't expect getting a service project out of this, but you know, everything happens for a reason. But I did end up learning a lot of things that can apply to my everyday life. With me wanting to become a pediatrician in the near future, I've learned so many valuable skills, like communicating with others in a professional setting, and networking as well. This was a new project for everyone. No one had really renovated a courtyard before, so it was an adventure for most for most of us. But it was truly something that we were passionate about and were driven to see it into fruition. So throughout the remainder of the year, we've been planting, we've been getting other clubs involved so that we can actually make an impact for the students at Kettle Run High School. This service project is something that would be quite memorable. I've never planted for a school before, nor like started from scratch with funds. We've actually had to fundraise every single thing that we've bought, from plants to dirt to tools even. But hopefully I'll be able to make an impact on my college campus as much as I made an impact on the Catalan campus here. I believe that if it weren't for this project, not everyone would have the chance to realize that community service is actually something that's pretty beneficial, not only just to the community, but for yourself. It'll help you grow as a person and make you realize that not everything is, about the monetary things or about the tangible things. It's about making an impact around others and making the community a better place. I mean, it sounds kind of cheesy, but it's the truth. Knowing that people around you are happy kind of makes you happy. And knowing that you've contributed to that happiness, it's the best feeling in the world.